Learning a song by ear. How do we do it? All right, let's use this song for example by Todd Gilbert. Let Praises Rise. So, first thing I do is listen. Listen to the song. Start trying to pick up notes. So the first thing I'll hear is do 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 do. So try to find that in the key, right? So okay. Okay, boom. So I'm finding the intervals of something that I hear in the song. Because the first step is trying to find what key it's in. So far that's all white notes. So it could be a couple keys. It can be C. It can be G. I know it's not F because it has this natural B in it, and F has B flat. So I'm canceling out F. Okay, boom. Okay, so now let's keep listening for a little bit. Now start listening to like the bass. You want to first try to listen to the bass, but if the bass is kind of hard to hear, then listen to the melody, either the voice or the top notes to see if you can at least figure out the key. But since I got either C or G, it could be D as well. It can be D as well because these notes are in D. So you start to put a couple keys together, which one it might be in, and then you test them. But you try to find the bass as fast as possible because that's going to tell you right away. Once we find the key, then we know the chords. And once we know the chords, we think of a chord progression that it made. We start thinking about the intervals and see what progression is using. So now let's try C as the first note, right? Now remember, each major key has a relative minor key. So it could be in a minor key as well, but it don't sound like a minor key, right? If you can't tell by your ear, just test it out. So let's try C first at the beginning. So already listen to C as the first chord, or C major, the first chord doesn't sound right to me. Let's try D. That's definitely not it. Let's try G. G sounds good. G sounds good. You keep playing G major. It's not G minor. It's not G minor. That's not in there. Right? So now I found the key. G. All right, now I need to find what the chord progression is. I know G is the first chord. We already found that, right? Now, where's it going next? Okay, that's the first chord. What's the second chord here? That's the second chord right there. It goes from the 1 to the 6, which is E minor. And trial and error, right? Try to go to the 2, see if that works, right? 1. Let's try to go to the 2, which is A minor. That's not it. You can go to the 3. No. 4. And you can go one key at a time, or one chord at a time, which is fine. But as you start doing this more, you can kind of figure out that it's not going to the 3 or whatever, right? Most music don't go from the 1 to the 3. Some of them do, a lot of them do, right? But you can start understanding these progressions more the more you do them. So I noticed, and a lot of songs do this, go from the 1 to the 6. That's a popular 1 and 2 progression, right? So let's see where it goes next. So it goes from the 1, right? Starts right. Right, so it goes from the 1 to the 6. And then it goes where? Let me see, let's go. Alright, it went up, okay, so it goes. Okay.
Continue to lift your hands. Lift up your hands. Open up your mouth. God, we give you glory. We praise your name.
Okay, then it goes right there. That's the 5. And then he goes back to the 1. So the chord progression is 1. To the 6. Right? Then he goes to the 4. C. Then he goes to the 5. Which is the dominant of G. And then, or you can make that dominant, right? Because this is a regular dominant, D7. But the dominant is usually something more added to it, like a 9 or altered chord. You can make an altered chord, and you can tell how it kind of sounded. So I can add a diminished or half diminished. I could do that. I can do a full diminished. Back to 1. Or I can do a flat 9 and a flat 13. Right? I can do this right here. Right? That resolves pretty nice. Right? Now, so now you got the basics of the chord chord progression. 1 to 6 to 4, 5, 1. But now the song, some songs do that the whole go around, right? But some songs hit like a pre-chorus. I mean, pre-chorus. So let's see if it has one of those. Okay, so we know that. Let's forward a little bit. All right, let's forward a little bit, right? Where did it go there? So let's rewind. So to D. Okay, so all I want. So it goes 1, 6, 4, 5. 'Cause all I want. Okay, where's that at? Okay. 'Cause all I want. Okay, I went back to the 6. That could be an option. 'Cause all I want. That works. Let's see another option. Let's go to the other chords that we haven't used. We haven't used the 2 yet. From the inside of me, 'cause all I want. That sounds a lot better to me. See, so I went from the 5, 'cause all I want. Boom, and then it goes. Okay, so all I want. It's for you. Let's see if it goes to the 3. It's for It can work, but I don't think he went to the 3. Cause all I want, let's see if it goes to the 4. Is for. That kind of works too, right? But I don't think it did that either. All I want is for me. I went back to the 6. So it goes to all I to the 6. Love. Okay, so what's that doing? 2, back to the 6, back to the 4, to the 5. All I want is for the 6, back to the 4, to the 5, back to the 1. Right? So that's how easy it is. And it's not easy. I'm not going to say it. That's how I listen for songs and learn them by ear. I first try to figure out the bass. If I can't find the bass right away because there's a lot going on, I listen to the voice or the melody. And in this song, it gave a melody right away. So I found that. The melody is usually in the key and it stays in the key. You can even do some passing chords and everything, but a lot of times, for the most part, the melody is in the key, right? So if you listen to her some more of that melody, my life, right? That's all G. From the inside. Right, that's G, right? That's D, E, D, B of me. That goes B to A of me. Cause all I want, right? That goes to, cause all I want, that's the A minor, is for me. Right, for you to be glorified of me. That's all in the G major scale. That's why it's so good for you to learn your scales, because once you learn your scales, it makes it so much easier to find melodies, listen for where the song is going, what the voice is doing. The voice is going to tell you where we're at, and then the voice has to match the chord. The chord has to match the voice. So once you find the voice, it goes to that A. So start thinking about what chords have an A in it, and you can use that if you want to stay in the key. You can also reharmonize with that. You can use a whole other chord and a whole other scale with that A, and it's still going to work because you still have the melody at the top, right? Right, even that F has A in it, F-A-C, right? For you to do. Right, see how I did that? F, which is not in G major, right? It has that, G major has an F sharp, F has a natural F, but since I have the A in there, I can reharm a little bit. Back to the 6. Right, so hope that helps. If you got any questions, let me know in the chat. Let's get it.